When you think of Psy, you probably think of sidewalks or parking lots because Psy's character is about as interesting as those places at his best. Everyone mentions how Kishimoto can't write female characters, but at least the females each get a bare minimum one high stake fighting before they're sidelined again, unlike Psy. And I know this just seems like a Psy hate video, but really this is a I wish we had a better character replace Sasuke on Team 7 while he was away video with a coat of Psy hate paint, but that was too long of a title. It's like if Vegeta got replaced after the Cell arc and his replacement was Kale from Super randomly. Disregarding the time mix-up part, technically she would be more than capable in power at that time of the story, but her character and how she would try and act and work with the team, especially without Caulifla, would throw the story in the gutter, and even that would be better than what Sai contributed to the story. I know I'm sounding really bitter, but even after going through Naruto Shippuden multiple times, I still legitimately ask myself what Sai did for the story or contributed or really just added to the story. A fair argument could be that Kishimoto had too much going on at that point of the story, so something had to give at that point, which is probably the reason, and that turned out to be Sai. My major problems with Sai are two things. One, how unnecessary he was for Team 7, and two, his story should have been flushed out way more in the Danzo vs. Sasuke arc to really back up his ties to Danzo and to at least try and make him seem more vital to the story at the very least. Going back to what he could do for Team 7 is shorter because really I think Sai works better in Boruto after they had some time to think about subtle improvements to his character. But for Team 7, it really just weighed down the story with his nothing burger character when he could have been an interesting break from hearing everyone talk about Sasuke and every op talking about Naruto every few seconds. But in the little we get from Sai, it makes you think it's filler for a minute or an episode or two. Mitsuki in my eyes is Sai 2.0. Weirdly obsessive of Boruto because of how Boruto thinks and acts. Same for Sai with Naruto eventually because he wanted to learn how to emote and form bonds essentially, and I don't really like Boruto that much compared to the Boruto fandom. It's not like I hate Boruto, but if I had to think of something they did better than the original run, it would be the way they included Sai as solely just intel gatherer and turned Mitsuki into what Sai was supposed to be in Shippuden, which was a ninja emotionally void from directly and indirectly interacting with all the horrors of the shinobi world and used by that world to complete its own ends and how to break the cycle of being seen and also seeing yourself as a tool to be used while learning how to form meaningful bonds. Really, I think there are way better characters for what Sai's character brought to the table, like Mitsuki, who I mentioned earlier, who is a newer character, or Gaara, who is essentially everything Sai is and more, with better quality development. So that'll about do it for the video. If you enjoyed the video, let me know down in the comments if you think Kishimoto making a new character as the replacement for Sasuke was a good idea, or if he should have used an already established character, maybe from another village, to make it easier. Or if you have another option that maybe they could have done for a missing Sasuke and a missing member of Team 7. Honestly, in my opinion, I really don't think having a replacement for Team 7 was all that important at that point of the story, but I would like to hear from you. And would making the replacement relevant ruin Sasuke leaving as a part 2 of that question? If you want to leave that down in the comments, I figured I'd have it be a real short video for today just to get started with the channel. I've been Nimbus. If you've liked what you've heard so far, think about leaving a like, commenting, and maybe even subscribing. That would really help out the channel and would make my content even better in the long run so I can keep providing these random tidbits of Naruto information for you. See you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. If you would like a part 2 of a Sai video of either how I think Sai was really useless to the story or another reason of how I think Sai could have been better for Team 7. Also, leave a like and comment on the video. I think this video could have been a lot longer, but I just wanted to gauge the interest for the Sai topic and the Sai hate, I guess. So really, that was just the last thing.